Hello there and welcome into a brand new episode of The Drop Spot. It's great to have you here. My name is Adam. We've got so much to talk about. Obviously, all things Fortnite competitive, but a brand new season is here. Obviously, this wouldn't be a show without two wonderful guests to join us here, and I would be wrecked. We all would be wrecked without them at the helm here, giving us everything that we need to know about Fortnite right now. The almighty Vivid and Takata. Fellas, it's so good to see you, and obviously, there is no one on a road trip I would rather be with than you two here on the desk right now. Vivid, it's
Okay.
I genuinely, I'd love to. Hey, this season's all about the vehicular side of things. Vivid, I'd love to have you on a road trip with Takata, my friend.
Adam always keeping us on topic, right? Kind of made the connection with the vehicles. Why don't I just take a road trip with the boys? You know what? Listen, Adam, I am complete down. We always have a blast whenever we get to work together. And listen, Takata, I mean, we get to make fun of Adam the entire time we're
That's
out.
true.
It'd be great.
That'd be great.
Let's go easy, Takata. All right, no making fun of this guy. I mean, our roles. I think Vivid. I think you'd make a great driver. And Takata, you could definitely be on snack duty. I think you'd be amazing at refreshments.
Okay, I mean, I agree. I do like my food. I like my food. I'm a bit of a foodie. I got you guys though. I think I gotta kind of figure out what you're both into, but I'll work on it.
Okay, and I'll be the navigator, and I'll bring a map and read that for us because it's 1998. For you guys joining us here, whether you're listening or watching, we are going to talk all about the brand new Chapter 5 Season 3. Wrecked is indeed the theme. What we're breaking down on the show is obviously the new season. We're talking about DreamHack Dallas as well. That just happened, and I can't believe it. Only a couple of weeks away, we've got FNCS kicking off again. It's insane. Major 3s on the horizon, and a quiz. Oh, the quiz. Look at them. They're so happy about that. I mean, Vivid, what are we?
No.
0 for 9 at this point?
Oh,
Listen, it's got to be better than that. Like maybe like 1 for 8 or something. I don't know. It's not looking good, but I swear, like half the time, even when I'm right, I'm wrong when I answer these questions. Whatever.
that's a little bit of coping, but I get that. I was also negative. I think last time I also did a quiz against Mini Miner, sent him back home, right back to Wales. So I think I'm even now, at least.
And Mini Miner, he's got a lot of confidence about him as well. I think he needed that from you, Takata. He needed being brought down a peg or two because he gets a bit excited sometimes. He needs to learn. Thank you for doing that. Let's just jump straight into Chapter 5, Season 3, fellas. I mean, there's loads to break down. A new season brings a ton of new, weaponry, new items, kind of new meta, POIs. Let's kick things off with just asking the simple question: how are you finding the season thus far? What are you enjoying about it, Vivid? Tell us about it.
I mean, listen, I'm a very competitive guy, right? As soon as a new season comes out, I'm like, okay, what's going to be the meta? How's FNCS going to shape up? And this season definitely reminds not only myself, but a lot of people of the Kinetic Blade season. Of course, with the Nitro Fist, we got that kind of unlimited rechargeable mobility item that will be used 100% of the time, if possible, by our professional players in an FNCS. And I kind of like metas like that, right? Because it's a little bit less reliant on finding refreshes. And if anybody ever watched me play professional Fortnite, I was extremely passive. So I like the movement heavy mobilities where you can kind of just continuously use the mobility item that you have and save so many mats and not necessarily rely on elimination. So this meta so far in terms of the Nitro Fist being that mobility item, I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on your boat too, Vivid. It kind of, the issue, not really the issue, but the thing is to keep in mind is those Nitro Fists and, I mean, everything, a majority of the new additions to this season is on that southern side of the map. The 3 new POIs with the Mythics, the new medallions, they're all on the southern side. So we're going to have all the Titan teams battling it out, not only for those Nitro Fists, but also the medallions, the new Mythic weapons. And, I mean, with so many people south, Zone's going to pull up north. There's going to be rotates. There's going to be action. There's going to be so much going on.
There really is. I mean, I'm glad you brought up all these different kind of, the medallions and weapons and what you would bring into a competitive environment, because as is tradition here on the Drop Spot, from time each season, we tend to kind of do this kind of fun little mini game, which is ultimately where we can ask our guests here, to have like a kind of like a loadout off, if you will. So let's do this again now. What we're going to do is ask both of you guys, Vivid and Takata, 5 items, 1 medallion that you would both carry into a solo cash cup. All right, Vivid, you're going to give us 1, then Takata, you'll go with 2 items, back and forth all the way until Vivid gives us 1 to round things out. You cannot pick the same thing twice. Okay, you can't have the same thing. That's what this is.
Hold on, Adam.
Hey.
Hold your horses there. Hold your horses. Does that
Okay.
mean if Vivid picks the Nitro, the Mythic Nitro Fist, for example, I can't pick the regular Nitro Fist?
look. Vivid, shall I? I mean, shall I let him, Vivid? This is
I
your
mean,
call. I'll let
fine.
you. I'll
Whatever,
let you
that's fine. You can
Okay.
have them. That's fine.
Okay,
That's fine.
okay, I'll take that. I'll take that.
Look at the confidence there as well from Vivid.
I'm
He's like,
confident.
man, fine, whatever.
What is he
Right,
cooking?
Vivid, first item. I wonder what he's going for. What are you going for, mate?
So you said a medallion and 5 items, right? So I'm gonna pick my first item, and I'm gonna pick the medallion. So first item, of course, a nitro fist.
You get one. You get one. You get one. Don't. He's
Okay,
hey,
okay,
don't
nitro
change
fist.
the game. Okay.
Nitro fist.
Nitro fist. Okay, he's locking it in.
Okay,
So then
he's
you get
locking
you
in
get the two.
nitro
Yeah.
fists. So
Mhm.
I mean, I can always pick my nitro fist later, so I'll get back to that. It's not like he's gonna pick 2 nitro fists. That would be kind of weird. I mean, if he throws, I mean, he could do that. I hope I'm not giving him any ideas here. That'd be a little crazy. I get to pick 2 items, right? This is for a solo cash cup, correct?
Solo
We're doing
cash cup,
solos
yeah, yeah.
here. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I think I'm gonna go with. So I want first my medallion. I'm gonna get the machinist's medallion to get that shield. I want to be, not worrying about getting my flowberries up, my minis, my bigs. And then for weapons, since I don't want to carry like a bunch of ARs, SMGs, and I want to just focus on kind of that close to mid range, I'm gonna get the mythic combat shotgun. So I got a mythic combat shotgun, and I've got the machinist's medallion to give me that shield. That's what I got.
Okay.
All
So
right.
they're out the loophole now, Vivid. So where are you coming? Where are you coming up with your next 2 items?
I'm gonna take
He's laughing.
Flowberry fizz, and
man, I
I'm gonna
can't do
take
that now.
med kits.
I can't
Thanks.
do
He's
med
gone
kits
straight for the
either.
heels there.
What am I
Yeah.
gonna heal with?
So
All right.
he's taking med kits, Flibbery Fizz. Your next 2 items to Carter.
I got 2 items in my little bag. Okay, I need the nitro fists, right? I need my mobility. So I've got my shotgun, I've got my mobility, and I've got my medallion. So I've got 2 items in the loadout. I need 1 more. He just took Flowberry Fizz and medkits from me. This is not looking
Savage.
too good right now. I think I might just have to grab a quick cola. Well, do I really need the cola if I got the shield medallion? You know what? Maybe I'm gonna get an AR for now. I'll need an AR, and I don't want Vivid to have a lot of weapons. So I'm gonna take the machinist's combat AR, and I'm gonna think for a little bit.
Okay,
Okay.
Adam, listen, you're kind of like the ref here, okay?
Obviously,
Obviously,
the
the rule is that like me and Takata can't pick the same items. Can I pick the same item twice myself?
Absolutely not. No, you got to use what's the same item twice.
What are
I'm
you
not
trying
gonna
to do?
lie. If I was allowed to do that, my next 2 slots would have been med kits too. I was taking 9 med kits, nitro fist, and like that's it. I promise you. I don't know if
9
you guys
med
watch
kits.
the solo cash skip, but I 100% know that's the meta.
Bro's
But all
gonna
right,
heal
I
off.
love that. I love that. 9 med kits,
I was-
nitro
yeah.
fists, a prayer and a dream. I love that. I love this. It's gutsy. It's gutsy, Vivid.
All right, fine. I will go a little bit more fun route. Okay, I will
Mhm.
take the Ring Master medallion over there, get that infinite ammo, and then I will of course combo that with the mythic boom bolt.
Okay. Okay, so Takata,
I
you're down
respect
to
that.
last 2 items, if I'm not mistaken. Last 2.
Yeah, and I don't know how I'm gonna play this heal off. It's gonna be a little bit difficult without my medkits.
You're not.
Well, you're not playing it. I guess I'm just gonna have to frag out. Good news is I got a mythic AR, I got a mythic combat. I've got everything I need to frag out. So in that addition, I guess I'm gonna get the nitro cola. I'll get a bit of heals, and I don't really want to do like bandages or anything mid. How many slots have I taken up already? I've taken the AR slot. I've gotten the fists. I've gotten the combat shotgun. I've gotten a cola, and then I don't even know what's left. What's another heal I can pick up here that's even going to be useful?
Take some
You
know
minis,
what?
bro.
Minis.
What'd you say?
minis,
I
bro.
already got my medallion, man. I'm chilling, but you know what? We'll take minis too. I don't got a lot of options, so I'm just gonna have to frag out.
Vivid,
And,
last one for you. Last one.
Listen, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'm just gonna drop this last item as soon as I see 3 medkits on the ground. Anyway, I'll just take a shotgun for good measure in case I get
Just
into
in
a box
case.
with anybody. I'll take a gatekeeper.
Okay. Well, I think let us know online who you think had the better load out of the 2. I mean, I think
Dang,
Vivid,
for sure.
Vivid,
I
being
mean,
quite
Vivid's
brash
not gonna
there,
got a lot of
saying-
elims, but he might be able to secure that win with his medkits.
just heal his way to victory. I love that. Speaking of healing items as well, Nuka Cola is a new healing item. I mean, is it worth taking? It gives you the 25 HP, 75 shield. Takata, answer this for me. Nuka Cola, is it worth taking? into the fray?
It depends what your other options are. Flowberry Fizz, in my opinion, is still what a lot of the top tier players are picking up over the Nuka Cola. It still gives you that mobility boost, and it's just overall a better item, especially with your, squads if you're going to take it there, or duos. So Flowberry Fizz is still better, but if you don't have the option to get a Flowberry Fizz and you see a Nuka Cola, just sitting there on the ground in the corner from a box from an elim, you can pick it up. It's not a bad thing to have. But that's kind of how I see it.
I mean, with FNCS kind of being duos and everything like that, I feel like with a Flowberry Fizz, you can kind of get 200 effective shield out of that and a little bit added mobility. So, like, why not just take a Flowberry Fizz? But maybe if you're playing solos, right? The Nuka Cola providing 25 HP and then 75 shield. That's 100 effective HP each, but you can only stack 2 of them. So you can kind of get 200 out of that as well. They might be worth taking if you can see 2 on the ground. If you want to, keep in mind the fact that you might take some away HP and shield at the same time.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, for you guys, obviously, we're going to talk about POIs quickly as well, drop spots. Where do you think is the place that all the action is going to go down? We talked about kind of the new POIs here. Vivid, a preferred place that you think we're going to see that, we saw it Grimgate dominate last season. For you, where are we going to see a lot of action this time around?
I'm gonna go over towards Brutal Beachhead. I feel like that's kind of like where I've been kind of laning throughout the season. It's just kind of fun, right? And why not? We got summer vibes going on towards the beach. Kind of just makes sense.
I mean, that makes sense, but I don't know if it's giving me Grimgate vibes at the same time, because if you're thinking of like Peterbot Pollo last season NA, they're like, okay, Grimgate, best POI, we're taking that. That's ours. I got somewhere more like the Machinist in mind, where I think is actually where Peterbot and Pollo are also thinking of dropping this season, which is another incredibly strong POI, which does give you that medallion that I chose in the little loadout battle to regenerate shield over time, and also that Machinist AR that does an incredible amount of damage very quickly if you do choose to take that AR, especially in duos. But, if you're playing solos, you actually, even thinking back to the other POI, which I believe is Ringmasters, that drops the boom bow and the infinite ammo medallion. And if you combo those two, you were talking about Vivid and duos, that you can just, spam that to everybody that's surrounding you in the map. Even if you get high ground in the late game, just raining down boom bolt shots from the sky. So that's another possibility. There's a lot of options here, Adam, to choose from.
There certainly are. I mean, and you touched on duos as well, which I think is really important, because as we know is kind of common practice now, on different regions in like FNCS, we see new duos forming, different regions. It's all been changed. 2024 has been an extraordinary year. Looking ahead to globals, Major 3, Vivid duos, what are you interested to see is going to happen competitively for some of the players we know have newly formed or kind of are trying to excel ahead of September's globals?
I mean, yeah, a lot on the line for Major 3, and that was kind of the big talking point for me during Major 2, is that, like, listen, if you don't qualify for globals during Major 2, there's only one chance left. Now, of course, Major 3 being that kind of last chance, there are a lot of spots available, especially on our major regions, right? NA/EU, both having 10 slots qualify to globals. But like you mentioned, right, there's a bunch of weird stuff kind of going on this season with all of the duos. We've got a bunch of EU pros actually moving to NA this season, and I can't necessarily tell if I'm a fan of this yet or not.
It's definitely weird, right? It's weird. I mean, there's a lot of names, but also we don't even know which ones are like maybe 100%, maybe like, Kligs, Benno, Tayson Yam. So we don't know. You said it earlier, Vivid. We're going to see the first Catch Cup play out. Everything's going to change anyways, so it's hard to kind of assume so early on.
It really is. It really is. But, what the one thing is, the players want to be there. They want to be Fort Worth, Texas later this year for globals, obviously. And you guys still have the opportunity to as well. We must kind of, really kind of enforce the fact that there are tickets available that you guys can check out right now. fn.gg/tickets. That's fn.gg/tickets. If you want to be there in person, experiencing the action in front of you and all these players that qualify, get your tickets, be there. You guys have been there in person. We've all been lucky to be there. That crowd, when you feel the arena around you, the vibe, the energy, guys, and Vivid, it's unmatched.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, not only from a competitor standpoint, right? Me playing, professionally, being to some of these events on the stage, surreal as a player, right? Which is why we know this. A lot of these duos are going to be working extremely hard this major to go ahead and get there. But yeah, just being a spectator, right? Being able to enjoy the competition and see some of these crazy moments go down, right? Throwback to Invitational, Game 12. We got the first two teams landing on each other. A new format was at Globals last year. Of course, we're kind of returning to the 2-day finals, 12 games this year. I guarantee you something amazing is going to happen. Make sure you're there to go ahead and witness it.
100%, 100%. I mean, the vibes from in-person events are something else. You said it yourself, Vivid. Invitational, Globals, even the most recent event we had at DreamHack, having the top tier players from every region combined in the same room competing, not only the vibes during the tournament, just seeing how the players interact with each other. It's something you don't get to see very often in person, so you don't want to miss it.
You're gassing me up, boys. You're gassing me up, which is absolutely on point for this season's Wrecked as well. You're gassing me up. Yes, I crowbar that in there. It just came to me naturally.
Nitroing you up.
Nitroing me up, exactly. fn.gg/tickets. You know where to go. The guy said it all. It's going to be incredible. Right, fellas, on that note, I think it's time for a little bit of a quiz. I know you're both excited for this. I mean, Takata's leant back in his chair. He's ready. You seem confused, Vivid. Do you know what a quiz is?
Listen, these I do know what a quiz is, but these questions, last couple of times I've been on here, they've been getting a little crazy. So I don't know how far down the rabbit hole we're about to go here, Adam. But hopefully it's not too far.
Just don't ask me how many like portals are on the map or like how many Flowberry fizzes spawn. So just give me something else, and then we can go from there.
Takata, I can't promise anything right now. For you guys at home, if you've not been here for one of our quizzes before, really straightforward. It's a case of we ask both of our wonderful guests a couple of questions each, multiple choice, and then if there's a tie, we go into a tiebreaker question, which is ultimately the person to get the closest to the number, whatever that might be, is the winner. We tend to do that anyway because why the heck not?
Why not?
Right, why not? We're going to start this week with Takata. First question for you, my man.
I don't know if I want to go first. Okay.
Well,
let's see.
That's what's been decided by the Fortnite gods. Okay. Question one for Takata. Here we go. First question. How many new POIs are there on the map, including renamed ones? How many new POIs are on the map, including renamed ones? Is it 3, 4, or 5?
So there's 3 new mythic POIs, and I should know the renamed ones, but I'm blanking on the renamed ones right now, and I think I'm gonna throw. So I can make an assumption that there is a renamed one, but why can't I remember which one is the renamed one? Was there only one? You said 3, 4, 5, right? If it's
3,
laughing
4,
here.
5, yeah. With its eyebrows.
If it's laughing.
His eyebrows are on the move. They know what's up.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna lock in 4 final answer.
Okay. 4 final answer. Vivid, where would you have lent?
I think it's 4 because there's 3 new POIs, and the steps have been renamed once again.
Yes.
It's 4.
Yes. Well, you're both absolutely spot on. It is 4 indeed. Yes, it is. It is, of course, the 3 new mythic ones, and Sandy Steps replaced Snooty Steps there. So that's
right.
Okay, good start to car. Good start to things, my friend. Good start.
We're warming up. We're getting there. We'll see how it goes.
We're just warming up.
Now it's about to be like how many hair follicles are on my head, and I'm gonna be like, nice.
All right, Vivid, the most outrageous question. Okay, let's see.
Here we go. Right, Vivid. Question 1 for you. How long does the nitro splash effect last for? How long does the nitro splash effect last for? Is it 10, 15, or 20 seconds? 10,
I just
15,
told you I land at Brutal Beachhead to get the medallion that gives me unlimited nitro. Do you think I'm using these nitro splashes this season? No, I constantly have nitro.
Educated guess. What was it? What were the
10,
options?
10. It's either 10, 15, or 20 seconds.
Okay, so I'll be honest with you. I don't 100% know. But I know that typically in Fortnite fashion, usually effects like this usually don't last longer than 10 seconds. So I'm going to go with 10 seconds.
Nice guess.
Based off of like my prior like experience and knowledge, but I don't know the answer.
I'm going to say 15 just to throw something out there, just to do a counter to Vivid's claim, but...
Okay. Well, you've locked in 10 seconds, Vivid. I can confirm Takata's guess of 15 seconds was incorrect.
Ooh.
That makes me feel good.
Your guess of 10 seconds
Oh god.
was also incorrect. It's
Oh,
20
wow.
seconds, boys.
20
It's 20 seconds.
20 seconds is
seconds.
so long. Wow.
That's
I
insane.
love though that Vivid tactically went, just so everyone knows, I will never know this answer anyway because I'm too open. I know what's up elsewhere.
just letting you know.
I don't need to.
told
I don't
you.
need to know this, which is fair enough. But yeah, the answer is 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Right. So Takata, let's see if we can tie things up here with a 2-0 into this second question. Takata, the fists can damage builds with the punch, air punch, and the uppercut. Which one does the most damage to builds? Which does the most damage to builds?
The
Is it
punch?
air punch, or uppercut of the different movesets?
Okay. Okay, if you nitro into a build, I think that's 300 damage, but I'm trying to think if you're punching it, which one is punch, air punch, or uppercut?
Mm-hmm. Good
I don't
question.
know. Punch seems like the most obvious, but I think it's shoot. I think it's air punch, or is it uppercut?
It's like you've chosen all three answers 5 times. Just choose one of them.
I'm gonna do air punch. Final answer.
He's locked in air
no
punch.
way.
Curiosity, Vivid, what would you have chosen?
I would have chosen air punch. I'm about to be so mad because I'm pretty sure Takata just like basically guessed these last two answers, and I'm pretty sure he just got both right.
Well, I think that's cool. I'm trying to make it interesting, Vivid. I'm putting people on the edge right now.
Right.
I'm putting people on the
Unless
edge.
I'm wrong, that air punch is actually the highest. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, okay. So you both chose air punch.
Adam is the only one that knows.
So everyone knows. So the answer to this does 500 damage. Okay, 500 damage. The answer was not punch. That's out of the equation.
Mm-hmm.
The answer was not air punch. It was uppercut, baby. It was uppercut.
It was the uppercut.
No,
No, that's
it was
crazy.
uppercut. It was uppercut.
500 damage.
500 damage, mate.
That's
So,
ridiculous.
but it makes things kind of spicy now because it means
Yeah,
that
it
Vivid,
does.
if you get this right, we've got ourselves a legitimate tiebreaker.
We got a tiebreaker.
Okay. Come on, Vivid. You got this. Come on. You got this. Make it
Yeah,
legit.
thanks, bro.
How many minis?
We're both backing you. We're back. Yeah. How many menus have there been in the last 6 years? Okay. Right, Vivid. How many duos will qualify for the Global Championship in Major 3? How many duos will qualify for the Global Championship in Major 3? Is it 27, 29, or 31?
Oh, that's every region. Okay. Oh,
It's
that's
at least 20.
that's kind of
Good.
wait. That's tough.
Good.
Hold
Good
on.
one. Good one. Definitely.
What were the
27.
options? What were the options again?
27, 29, or 31?
Okay. So major number 1, we had a total of 7 qualify. Major number 2, we had 2, 5, 7.
He's doing the maths here.
I think
We're gonna be here a while. We're gonna be here a while.
I think it was 19.
This is
It
a time
was
to get snacks.
19
Takata, go get the refreshments for our road trip. Go get them.
I'm
Got
looking.
time.
I'm looking.
31 final answer.
31 final answer. Okay, Takata, where would you have gone?
I don't like doing the same answers in these situations,
Okay,
but I do
okay,
think it's
so-
higher. So I'm gonna do 29 was the middle one, right?
Yes.
That I think it might be in the third. It's gonna be the lowest one now that we're both thinking this, but let's just do 29. Let's just assume.
Okay. So the answer definitely wasn't 27. So that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's low.
So it's 50-50 at this point. But if you had done the maths the other way, you could have thought about how many duos have already qualified and subtracted that from the 50
That's what I did,
going ahead.
think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Unless I missed it.
the answer was with 19 duos having already qualified for majors 1 and 2. The answer was 31, Vivid. Come on.
Nice.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay. Fellas, this is great. A legit tiebreaker. 1-1.
No problem.
Final
Oh,
question
man.
is all about you guys at home. Please play along
this
as
is
well
this
because
is the one.
this is going to be interesting.
The ranges.
I'm looking forward to this. Right, this is purely down to the closest answer. And here is the question: how many cacti are there on the map?
Okay.
How many cacti are there
Okay.
on the map?
Let me whip out a calculator real quick. Hold
Who
on.
found out
So-
how many cacti are on the map?
Who was sitting
for
here
you,
counting?
Adam?
Look,
Who did
lads,
that?
this is why they pay me the big bucks, because I go around counting plants. Or
This could be
that's
in the
what I do.
thousands and the 10,000s and the like. I don't even know the range.
Okay.
If we think only
do you want me to
south.
give you, I'll give you a ballpark. It's not more than. It's not more.
Okay.
It's not more than 200.
Oh,
It's not more than 200.
all right, Viv, what you got?
But that means it could be anywhere in between 0 and 200. But it's not,
What
it's
you
no more
got,
than
Viv?
200.
I'm gonna say. Oh, you want me to go first? God, I see what you're doing here. You're trying to
You see what I'm
strategize.
doing here?
Yeah,
So I'm gonna
yeah.
pick a really tough number for you to decide, and I'm just gonna say 100.
He's gonna pick the middle.
110. 110.
All right, 111. Final answer.
Locking in 111 final answer.
Final
110.
answer.
110. Okay. Well, one of you here, and you guys at home, I'm
It's
keen to
correct.
see how you got on as well. One of you was 23 away, and one of you was
Yeah.
24 away.
That's crazy.
Yeah, thanks.
The correct answer was 87. Vivid,
No!
110. I can't believe it. 87, man. 87 is the magic number.
I should have done
87
109.
cacti on the map. I mean, what a question, though. What a question.
I need
Yeah, I
to
want to know who counted that.
this.
Yeah, I need to
It's,
know this information.
That's amazing. But yeah, that 87 was the answer. I mean, I guess you never would have expected to be answering how many cacti are on the map, but we've done it. It's happened.
Think about that.
No, that's
Yeah.
pretty much what I expected.
Not a lot of
Yeah,
people
that's-
know that now. Like,
No.
there's a few people, and only the people who are seeing this right now know how many cacti are currently
Yeah.
on the
And there's
map. So.
definitely someone out there who's a massive Fortnite competitive player who is also obsessed with cactuses. And they've just gone, I've been thinking about that, and I'm so glad now I know. And there you go. You got you covered. That one person, that one cool special person. Okay, there you go. That's our quiz. I hope you guys enjoyed that as well and played along at home. And obviously we do that every week here on the drop spot. But Vivid, GG's, my friend. GG's, baby.
Finally
Round
got
of applause.
one. Got one.
Round
Yeah,
of applause.
exactly. He's happy. Look at that smile. He's happy. Right. One thing we have to talk about as well here, of course, we've entered into a new season, which means lots of different competitions. And one thing that happened recently was DreamHack Dallas. Let's just talk about this for a second here. I'll come to you first, Takata. This happened only recently, and exciting to see, teams coming together, exploring the creative, competitive universe as well. And it went down a storm.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I was actually just in Dallas. I arrived back home last night, so I got to see all the players once again grouped up together in the same room. It felt like the Global Championship. It felt like Invitational. It was great to see Asia, Middle East, Europe, North America, the top tier players that we've seen from Fortnite competitive once again grouped up together, but also in this new format, right? It's based on from creative, it's hard point and capture the flag. So it's not that 100-player battle royale that we're used to from Fortnite competitive. It's a completely new game mode, completely new strategies, and a lot of communication was key to the success in this tournament. There's already been a lot of players now and teams qualified the upcoming finals, but I don't know. It was an interesting event, Adam. A lot went on, a lot of hype, a lot of also kind of upsets in a sense for some of the players that were doing very well leading up to the DreamHack tournament. But overall, I think it was very exciting.
Yeah. I mean, it's all obviously to qualify for the Esports World Cup later on this summer. I mean, the Team Falcons won. I mean, look at this team as well here. Vivid. You got Tayson, Teeny, Yapko, and Sheik. Obviously, Yapko won last year, I think, at Gamers 8 with it was Cammy. Cammy, I think. It's a solid team, Team Falcons there, but I think we can start to see these great kind of squads coming together, and it's fun for us as well, I guess. Kind of whether it be broadcast or kind of as fans of the game to kind of see these kind of new teams forming, what the new potential they have as well, in a creative environment too. Kind of it makes it really exciting for us.
100%. I think the team dynamic and the org dynamic, the kind of competition ensues or kind of persuades because of how it all kind of works out, has been like the most exciting thing, right? Because it's like, it's like this team versus this team. Whereas, usually in Fortnite, since we had duos being the main competition for so long, usually you're like, it's Cooper X Mira, right? There's never like real team name. It's kind of just two players and their names and whatever tags they kind of go with. So we've kind of back to that like team name, organization, representation kind of competition in Fortnite, which I think we've kind of missed out for a long time now. Like I remember when I was first becoming a professional player, the one thing that I was always mainly concerned about was like, who's my squad going to be, right? Like, when I signed to an org, what is my team going to be? And we've kind of like returned to that because of the World Cup, like you mentioned. And like Takata was saying, right? DreamHack Dallas, we had all these professional players there, all of these regions that were kind of there. Well, one thing is that the competition itself was to qualify for an in-person event, right? And I feel like these next coming months, combined with like globals and this kind of competition going on, we're gonna have so many competitions where we're gonna be able to see the environment, right? These players on stage going up against one another. And I'm just excited, right? I've always been a big fan of Fortnite competitive, and the fact that this is going on, just more competitive stuff, love to see it.
Tight.
It's so hype. I mean, just you guys talking about it, I'm thinking, oh, I can't wait, because yeah, you're right. It is an amazing thing to see, and I think that the cool thing is, like, just looking at some of the different teams as well that kind of in this competition, like seeing the ones that are qualified as well already for this summer. Looking at teams like the Carmine, I think it's Carmine Corps. French. You got Malabuka, Mustache, Veno, Anas in the same squad. You've got other amazing teams out there. I think maybe Big Heroic qualified with Thomas HD, Fredoxy, Hellfire, Kira. There are some really like great teams kind of forming together here. Do you think for the players as well, Vivid, obviously duos is what they are very much used to in the competitive nature of things, usually in different competitions. But do you think the squads aspect to this as well is kind of excites them, kind of galvanizes them too?
I always liked playing squads, right? I mean, I myself had a very fun squad to kind of play with. Shout out to the Liquid Boys. So I hope that all the teams I've kind of formed can kind of find that fun as well, right? Because to kind of mesh with 3 other people at the same exact time in a high stakes situation, it's not necessarily easy, which is why, we're seeing a lot of duos kind of join together in these teams. Like you kind of mentioned there with KC, we got Malibu and Mustache on the same team, right? We already know that they mesh well together, so they'll kind of join the same team. But yeah, I feel like squads would be pretty hype if I was still competing. So I wouldn't be surprised if all these players would be pretty stoked about having another squads competition.
Yeah, I think the players are motivated too, because from what I saw from, the DreamHack, we can call them qualifiers, right? Because it is to another in-person event, was the preparation that they were doing, right? For the 2 game modes of Capture the Flag and Hardpoint. There's so many different call-outs that you need to know. Yeah. And the call-outs, since it's such a fresh mode, they haven't like officially been named yet. So you have these sheets of like rock, one, tree, like they've got so many different call-outs, and they just are locked in to know what every little material on the map is, because you need to know when your teammate calls out that your opponent's at palm tree, 2 or whatever they're saying, like where exactly that is. So you can either throw a nade, you can try and get them off set and positioning, and communications are like very important. So chemistry of the squad is incredibly important to be successful in this game mode, which is also why we saw domination from almost singular teams. Like Falcons only lost, I think, 3 rounds, not like official rounds, but like inside of the game, like mini rounds, 3 overall through every single match in the whole bracket, stayed in winners the whole time, won the first match of grand finals. Like we've seen domination from teams that know how to get this done. So I'm excited to see how that kind of evolves as time goes on.
Yeah, me too. And for you guys who are new to kind of comp as well, Palm Tree 2 is the only call you really need. I mean, that Takata is really that is the main call, and that everything else will just let it happen. You've got success coming your way from there. But you're right. I mean, I think communication. You're right, because these are these teams cobbled together, different nationalities. It's incredible to kind of see them all kind of having to kind of fight each other. Work it all out together as well. Like Vivid with his maths on broadcast, which I always love to see. I love your maths, mate. Love your maths.
Yeah.
You've got as well, obviously you mentioned the different game modes. For those who, we've seen already that, play performance evaluation cups, a solo cup and a squads cups already happened as well. Vivid, I'll come to you first. Like for tournaments, where do you think is the best place for a player to improve in these kind of tournaments, these kind of like setups here? Where if a player really wants to kind of get ahead, what do you recommend from you in your experience as well? If you really kind of want to excel, give or take this season.
You definitely need actually a teammate. You need a teammate who's willing to grind with you, right? That just makes it so much easier, because when you think about kind of Fortnite and how we have a bunch of like experienced professional players, it's not very often where we see some of these experienced players who place well all the time kind of stick with one duo. And the reason why that is because when they jump from duo to duo, they're just kind of picking up little things that each one of those people kind of know. And that's important to note, right? Because you're not going to be able to learn everything yourself about the game just by yourself. But if you have like a buddy, a friend, a competitive teammate that you want to play with, you can try to jump into some of these matches. They're going to pick up things and they're going to be able to teach you things and you're going to be able to teach them things. And you guys are just going to be able to grow together. And it's just going to be so much better to have a source of information and a source of growth for you alongside you while you're trying to get better at the game. So yeah, you can always jump into aim maps or mechanic maps all you want, but you need somebody to actually practice all those things with. And I think a good solid grinding teammate is what everybody kind of needs to excel at Fortnite.
Yeah, and to add on to Vivid's point as well, it's not just a duo. Like, this is something that goes way back to the origins of Fortnite competitive. You kind of had like those competitive friend groups, right? And within that friend group, everybody's always learning off each other. Vivid said it best himself. You're always going to improve more efficiently if you're learning with others who are just as motivated as you are. So it's important to not only find that group, but find that group of people that also want to get a lot better. And the rate at which you improve is going to amplify exponentially if you have a solid group grinding together. So that's crucial.
Totally. I mean, it makes it more fun as well, playing with your friends. Yeah, I think it's a really good point, well made there, about kind of like the cohesiveness with kind of buddying up and kind of learning and growing together as well as players. I think it's great work. You guys have grown together as broadcast kind of fellow casters, analysts too. I mean, I'd love to put myself in that same bracket, but you're both just far too cool for me. Far too cool.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
road trip
guys, for you guys as well at home. Again, must stress fn.gg/tickets. Obviously, everyone is working their way towards globals later on this year. If you want to be there, make sure to get onto that. Thank you guys for listening to the drop spot. Where people find you both online, Vivid? Whereabouts are you kind of on the wonderful web, my friend?
Always find me around Fortnite competitive on the main broadcast for NA. That's usually where you'll find me the most. Or if you want to follow my Twitter and never see me tweet ever at VividFN.
Similar to Vivid, you'll find me on the official Fortnite broadcast as well, but for Europe most of the time, and my socials are all at Tokata.
Love to see it. Thank you guys so much for being here, Vivid. Takata, loved it. The quiz today was spot on. Love that. For you guys at home as well, thanks for watching, listening. We look forward to seeing you very soon again in the job. So until then, take care, enjoy the new season, and we'll see you very soon.